I think it's about 25 years ago when the Berlin Wall came down. I think that's pretty factually accurate. I think about 25 years ago, the World Wide Web also opened up. And if you think of those two extremes, a physical structure that basically kept people in, guarded, secured, and then think of the World Wide Web, and I think we're all pretty convinced it's not guarded, it's not secured, anybody can get on there, and those two dimensions put in stage something in this generation that none of us certainly anticipated. What would that have been? Well, for us, quite simply, it would have been the fact that the workforce became more mobile, became more global. It had an ability to leave the boundaries simply through technology, whether we liked it or not. So if you thought of the 19th century as being tariff-driven, and the 20th century as being trade and treaty-driven, then think of the 21st century will be globally talent-driven. And there are no rules, no laws, no regulations that you'll be able to construct that will keep people from going to where the opportunities are. And trust me, in the United States, we're working really hard to try to do just that, keep people out. Out is what we're doing in the United States. And if you think about the great experiment about immigration, is there a greater experiment than the United States? It's a country built on immigrants. 50% of the Fortune 500 are either immigrants or children of immigrants. And yet in the United States, we have a policy today that basically says you can come to our universities, you can get your degrees, your STEM degrees, but then you have to leave the country. We actually built a wall in one of our states. A wall. Not that long ago. And so the real question is, will people become viewed as capital? Economists have viewed them as human capital for quite some time. So I think for me, the real question for the panel will become, quite simply, will people become capital? And when I say capital, capital in terms of an asset. Where does capital go? Capital flows to where it has the greatest returns. Capital flows to where the greatest opportunities are, and it is unrestricted. That's what this generation will hold. And I think putting people back to work starts with education. That's the easy part. The harder part is recognizing that that capital will deploy itself to the greatest opportunities. And I think the panel will talk a little bit more about how that's going to happen. And I'll be here to take any questions you like.